Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days brings another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this one wanes. She lingers my desires like to a step-dame or dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnity.
Go Philostrate, steer up the Athenian youth to merriment, awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth, turn melancholy forth the funerals, the pale companion's out for a pump. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and thy love doing thee injuries, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be, Theseus, sorry now a duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus, what's the news with thee?
Full vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter, Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord. This man has my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast at moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voices, verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasies. With bracelets of thy hair, rings God's conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, messengers of strong prevailment and unhardened youth. With cunning as thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And so, my gracious duke, be it so she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius, well, I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case.
What say, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you your father should be as a god, one that composes your beauties, and one to whom you are as a form in wax, by him imprinted within his power, to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
Who is Lysander?
In himself he is, but in this kind, one your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather your eyes must with this judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth. Well, examine your blood, whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun.
Oh, so will I grow. So live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me for everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else wed to Demetrius as he would, or on Dinah's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Oh, scornful Lysander, true, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And as she is mine, I do instate all of her unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed, my fortunes every way as fairly ranked, if not with vantage as Demetrius. And as is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nader's daughter Helena, and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess I've heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But, being over full of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and come, Aegeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look, you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate to death or to a single vow of life. Come, my Hippolyta, let's share my love. Demetrius and Aegeus, come along. I must employ you in some business and get to a nuptial and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire we follow you, my lord.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
I mean, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood.
Oh, cross, too old to be engaged to young.
Or else misgrafted in respective years.
Oh, spite, too high to be enthralled to low.
Or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
Hey, you guys, can we start this over again?
The whole
Because
thing?
just from How Now, My Love.
Sure.
So the order is O cross, too high to be enthralled to low, or else misgraphed in years. O spite, too old to be. We just got those out of order. So just go from How Now, My Love.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood.
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
Or else misgrafted in respective years.
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged to young.
Or else it stood upon the choice of friend.
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
If there were sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning that in the colleague night, that in a spleen unfolds heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness devour it up. So quick, bright things to confusion.
If then true lovers have yet been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our child patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts or dreams or sighs, wishes and tears. Poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that gentle place. Sorry. I need to, okay.
Go back, give him his cue
Persuasion.
as due to love his thoughts and dreams and sighs.
Okay. As due to love as thoughts, or dreams or sighs, wishes and tears. Poor fancy's followers.
Good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia, I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law can. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood a league without the town, where I did meet thee once to do. Sorry. Should we just do the good persuasion?
Yeah, go from a good persuasion. Do you know the line? And in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance to a morn of May, there will I stay for thee.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance the morn of May. There will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by all the vows that men have ever broke, in number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena, whither away?
Calling me fair, that fair can say. Demetrius loves your fair, oh happy fair. Your eyes are lodestar, your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn buds do appear, sickness is catching, and oh, her favor so. Whether I catch yours, fair Hermia, ere I go. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what sweet art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Will that your smile could teach my frown such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, where that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall fly this place.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with the liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time lovers' flights doth still conceal. Through Athens' gates have we devised to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds, were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of counsel sweet. There my Lysander and myself shall meet. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Oh, fare thee well, sweet playfellow, and pray thou for us. Good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Lysander, we must starve ourselves from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my queen. Helena, at you. As you on him, Demetrius stowed on you.
How happy somewhere there some can be. Throughout Athens I am thought as fair as she, but what of that? Demetrius think not so, and he will not know but all he do know. So as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. For love sees not with the eyes, but with the mind, therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind any judgment taste, wings and no eyes figure in heedy haste. Therefore love is said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in games themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine, and when hailsome heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have any thanks, it is a dear expense. But here it mean I only to enrich my pain, to have a sight thither and back again.
How's everybody doing?
All right.
He's always late. How is he late to his own house party?
I don't know.
Doesn't he live here? Oh!
Is all our company here?
Oh, you were best to have called them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here's a scroll of every man's name which is thought fit throughout all Athens to play in our interlude for the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, read yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready? Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in true performing of it, if I do it. Let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest. Yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Heracles rarely. What a part to tear a cat in. To make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus's car shall shine from far and make mar the foolish fates. Oh, this was lofty. Now name the rest of the players.
Francis Flute.
This Heracles vein, ugh, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard.
Yeah, where?
It's coming.
Yeah, okay. That's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe.
Oh, Pyramus, my lover dear, my lady dear, lady dear. Ooh.
No. You must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout, the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner, you the lion's part. And I hope here's a play fitted.
Do you have the lion's part written? If it be, pray you give it to me, for I'm slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Oh, okay.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
That would
hang us all. Every mother's son.
Ugh, I grant you, friends, if you should fright the ladies out of their wits, then they would have no discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you twere any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely, gentlemanlike man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it.
Masters, here are your parts. I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them by tomorrow night and meet me in the palace wood a mile without town, by moonlight. There we will rehearse, for if we meet in the city, there we will be dogged with company and our devices known.
Yeah, that's true.
In the meantime, I will draw a bill of property such as our play wants. Snout, we good? I pray you fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains. Be perfect. Adieu.
Wait, at the Duke's Oak we meet.
Enough! Hold or cut bowstrings! Oh.
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over hail, through flood, through fire. We do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's here, and we serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. We do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's here, and we serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. We do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's here, and we serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green, to do her orbs upon the green.
How know spirits, whither wander you?
I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear.
Farewell, thou lob of spirits, I'll be gone.
Our queen and all her elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell in wrath, because that she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had such sweet a changeling. Jealous Oberon will have the child, not if it's trained to trace the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers and make him all her joy. They never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen. But they do square, the other elves refuse. Creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape or making quite.
Or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he?
Are not you he?
Those that hobgoblin call you, sweet Puck, you do their will and they should have good luck. Are not you
Not
he?
you he?
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile.
Gentle Puck!
Bush, room fairies, here comes Oberon.
And here, my mistress, would that
as she were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania?
What jealous Oberon? Fairy, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. Why art thou here? Come from the farthest steep of Amazon, but that forsooth the bouncing Amazon? Your buskins mistress and your warrior love. To Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer spring met we on hill and dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain, or by rushy brook, or in the beat margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets in the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which, falling in the land, hath every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the ploughman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted, ere his youth attained a beard. And this progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order. Full often hath she gossiped by my side and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands. But she, being mortal of this boy, did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. Hey, and see our moonlight revels come with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your home.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away, we shall chide down right if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music?
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and earth, Cupid, all armed. And a certain aim he took, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love and idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid, will man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan consume a leaf.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania where she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she, waking, looks upon, be it on lion, or bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not.
Oh, but who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen into this wood, and here am I, and wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on thee.
You do impeach your modesty too much. To leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not? To trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege. For that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night. Nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you in my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I shall run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wild had not such a heart as you.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go! For if you do not believe, I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I, in the temple, the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. For we cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, we were not made to woo. And I will follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand that I love so well.
Oh, fare thee well, nymph. Ere he leave this grove, thou shalt fly him who shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
Oh, I pray thee, give it to me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and nodding violet grows, quite over-canopied with luscious wood vine, with sweet musk roses, and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And there the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. With the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove a Swenian lady in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on, affected with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song, then to your offices to let me rest.
Mistakes a double time. Funny and talk me not see. Need some blind worms do no wrong. Come on near our fairy queen. Weaving spiders come not near. And two long-legged spinners hands. Peter's black approach not near. When there to no offense. Lullaby, lullaby. Lullaby, lullaby.
Hence away, now all is well. One aloof stands sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake, be it ounce or cat or bear, part or boar with bristled hair, in thine eye that shall appear. When thou wakes, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and to speak troth, I forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed. For upon this bank will I rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off, do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms in a single troth. And by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation may as well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far, be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter to thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen. To that fair prayer say I. And then end life when I end loyalty. Here's my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve with this flower's force and stirring love. Night in silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear? This is he, my master said, despiseth the Athenian maid. And hear the maid, sleeping sound, on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie, near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl upon thy eyes I throw, with this power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid, sleep his seed on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Say that thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee, and hence do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkling leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more is my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, mine were oftener washed than hers. No, I am ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me do run away with fear. Therefore, no marvel, though Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's fiery eyne? But who is this? Lysander on the ground? Dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Oh, where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia, Lord, what though your Hermia loves you still, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No. I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who would not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid. Things growing are not right before their season, so I, being young till now, ripe not to reason, but touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will, and leads me to your eyes, why o'erlook love's stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I never could, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye? You must flout my insufficiency? Good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth, you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. Oh, that a lady of one man refuse should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysander near. And all my powers address your love and might, to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Help me. Lysander, help me. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Oh, I meet for pity, what a dream was here. Lysander, look, I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at its cruel prey. Lysander? What removed? Lysander, Lord! What out of hearing gone? No sound, no word. Alack, speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves, I swoon almost with fear. No? then I will perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat, Pat, and here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green screen shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince?
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
I are like in a perilous fear.
I believe we should leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus was not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
But will not the ladies be afraid of the lion?
I fear it. I promise you.
Hey!
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in. Oh, God, shield us. A lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is no more fearful wildfowl than your lion living. And we ought to look to it. Oh.
Therefore, their prologue must say that he is indeed not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through, saying thus or to the same effect. Ladies, or fair ladies, I would request you, or I would wish you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble my life for yours. For if you think I come hither to you as a lion, 'twere a pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are, and there indeed let him plainly say he is Snug the joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there's two hard things. That is, to bring moonlight into a chamber, for you know Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar, a calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine, find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why then may you leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement?
Aye. Or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there is another hard thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink of a wall.
But you can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall. Or let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into the break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. Ooh, I'll be an auditor too. An actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors sweet.
Odors. Odors.
Odors, savors sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger, Pyramus, that e'er played before here? Ooh.
Must I speak now?
Aye, marry, must you. For you must understand, he goes but to see a noise he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky, juvenile and ink, most lovely Drew, as truest horse, that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus's tomb, man. Why, you must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tire.
Oh, my bad. As truest horse that yet would never tire.
If I were fair, fair Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! We are haunted! Pray, masters! Fly, masters! Help!
Oh my god! Oh, no.
Excuse me?
Follow you, I'll lead you back around. Through bog, through bush, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound. A hog a head with faith, sometime a fire. The sense of sweet love was the fish so strong. Makes sense to seem to get to do them wrong. I lead them on a vicious track of fear. And leads to pyramids translated here. Neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn like horsehound hogs very far. At every turn I follow you. And neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn like horsehound hogs very far. At every turn I follow you.
Why did they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed.
Oh, what do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an acid of your own, do you?
Oh, good.
Bless thee, Bottom.
Bottom, bless thee.
Thou art translated.
What? Ah, I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing, and they shall hear I am not afraid. Little cock so black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song through the grey, whose note full many a man doth mark, and does not answer nay.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtues force perforce doth move me on the first sight to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. But If I had enough wit to get out of these woods, I'd have enough to see mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee, therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they'll fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing on wild flowers thus sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, mustard seed.
Ready?
And I.
And I.
Where shall we
Where shall
go?
we
Shall
go?
we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. Not to him else, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hail.
Hail.
I cry your worship's mercy. Heartily, I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I will make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman.
Peas blossom.
I pray you, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peascod, your father. I shall desire you of more acquaintance too. Your name, I beseech you, sir.
Mustard seed.
Good master, mustard seed. I know your patience well. That same coward, giant-like ox beat hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. Oh, I promise you. Your kindred hath made my eyes water ere now. I desire you of more acquaintance.
Come wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue, bring him to me silently.
I wonder if Titania be awaked, then what it was that next came her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit?
My mistress with the monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, brood mechanicals that work for bread upon Athenian stalls were met together to rehearse and play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest, thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did him at this advantage take, an ass's null I fixed on his head, anon his Thisbe must be answered. And forth my mimic comes, when they him spy as wild geese that the creeping fowler eye, or russet padded choughs. Many, in sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So at his side, away his fellows fly. And at our stamp, here o'er and o'er one falls. He murder, cries for help from Athens calls. Their sense thus weak, lost with their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns, at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from yearlers all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment so it came to pass, Titania waked straightway and loved an ass.
Well, this falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet lashed the Athenians' eyes with love juice as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked afore she must be eyed.
Oh, why rebuke you him who loves you so?
Oh, stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Now I but tried, but I should use thee for
Let's just
words.
pause. Let's go back.
Okay.
Let's go back to the end of. Am I right, Tyler? If we go back a little bit, you can edit it in. Start with like made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their apparel snatch.
Okay.
Some sleeves, some hats.
All right. Their sense thus weak, lost with their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from yearlers all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. And when in that moment so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when next he wakes, aforth she must be eyed.
Oh, why rebuke him who loves you so?
Oh, stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee for worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander's sleeping being, or shoes in blood, then plunge into the deep, and kill me too. The sun was not as true unto the day as Lysander to me would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia. It cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look? So should I, pierced to the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in a glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius. Wilt thou give him me?
I had rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Oh! Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou hast drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Oh, henceforth be never numbered among men. Once tell true, even for my sake. Durst thou looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping?
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, and nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee then, tell me that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
Oh, a privilege to never see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
Oh, there's no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, a while I'll remain.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. But thy misprision must perforce ensue. Some true love turned, and not a false turn true.
Then fate o'errules that one man holding troth, a million fail confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than wind, and Helena of Athens, look thou find. I'll fancy sick she is and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here, I'll charm his eyes again she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than arrow from Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink an apple of his eye. When his love he doth spy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky, when thou wakest if she be by.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at one woo one? That must needs be sport alone, and those things best do please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo and scorn?
These vows of Hermia's, will you give her o'er?
I had no judgment went to her, I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena. Goddess nymph, perfect divine. To what, my love, shall I compare thy eye? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripened show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow. That sere congealed in white. High tars of snow, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow when thou holdest up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss. Mwah!
Oh, spite. Oh, hell. I see you're all bent to set against me for your own merriment. If you... Sorry.
Go back to oh, spite, oh, hell.
Oh, spite. Oh, hell. I see you're all bent to set against me for your own merriment. Can you not hate me as I know you do, but must join in souls to mock me too? If you are men as you are men and show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to vow and swear and super praise my parts, when I am sure you both hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, now both are rivals to mock Helena, a trim exploit, a manly enterprise to conjure up tears in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius, be not so. You love Hermia, this you know I know, and here with all good will, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If ever I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest wise sojourn. Now, Helen is at home return, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou shalt abide it dear. Look where thy love comes. Yonder is thy dear.
Lysander, why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from thy side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him bide fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery oils and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they've conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent, and we have hid hasty-footed time for parting us, and was all forgot?
I'm amazed at your words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander in scorn, to praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, To call me goddess, nymph, divine, rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore does Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, and tender me, forsooth, affection, but by your setting on, by your consent?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do. Persevere, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon you when I turn my back, wink each at other. Hold the sweet jest up, for this sport well carried shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
She cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life, I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, whereto tends all this?
Pray you, Ethiop. Hang off, thou cat, thou burr. Vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Out, tawny Tartar, out, out, loathed medicine, O hated potion, hence!
Oh, do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I will not trust your word.
What? Should I hurt her? Strike her? Kill her dead? Though I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Oh, wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? I'm as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me. Yet since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid. In earnest, shall I say?
Aye, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me. You juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love. What have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
By thy faith, have you no modesty, no maiden shame? You counterfeit, you puppet, you
puppet. Oh, why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem? Because I am so dwarfish and so low. How low am I, thou painted maple? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low but that my nails can dig into thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in any sureness. I'm right made for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. Perhaps you may think that because she is something lower than myself, that I match her.
Lower, hark again. Oh.
Good Hermia, Do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsel, never wronged you, save that unto Demetrius I told him of your stealth into this wood, and he followed, and for love I followed him, but he hath hid me hence, and threatened me, nay, to kill me too. And so you will let me bear my folly to Athens back. I will follow you no further. You see how simple, how fond I am?
Why get you gone? Who is that hinders you?
Foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What? With Lysander?
Demetrius.
Not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when we went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Oh, little again, nothing but little and low. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf. You minimus of hindering not grass maid. You bead, you acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part. Oh, for if thou does intend even a little show of love, thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I shall go with thee cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you. I no longer can stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker for fray. My legs, though, are longer to run away.
I'm amazed. I know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest. Or else committest these knaveries willfully?
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise, that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far am I glad it so did sort, as if their jangling eyes deem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hide therefore, Robin, overcast with the night, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another way. Like to Lysander sometime frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and sometime rail thou like Demetrius. And from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows with death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and petty wings doth creep. And drop this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error from his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream in fruitless vision. Whilst I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed eye release from monster's view, and all things shall be peace. Make no delay, we may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, up and down. I am feared in Fearland town. Up and down. Goblin, lead them up and down. Ooh, here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou runnest away, thou coward, art thou fled? What? Speak, hide in some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou lookest for wars, and wilt not come? Come, recreant. Come, thou child, I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Oh, yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster did he fly. That fallen am I in dark uneven way, and here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this slight.
Coward, why comest thou not?
Oh, abide me if thou darest, for well I wot. Thou runnest before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Why, then thou mockest me, thou shalt buy this dear. For if ever I my face daylight see, now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. My days approach, look to be visited.
O weary night, O long and tedious night, abate thy hours. Shine comforts from the east, so that I may back to Athens by daylight from these that my company do detest. And sleep that sometimes shuts sorrow's eye, steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but three, come one more. Two of both kinds make up four. Oh, here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with dew, torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heavens shield Lysander, if they mean a fray. Oh.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye gentle lover remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eyes, and the country proverb known that every man shall take his own, in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy slick smooth head, my gentle joy.
Where's Peace Blossom?
Ready?
Scratch my head, Peace Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready.
Monsieur Cobweb, good monsieur, get you your weapons in the hand and kill me a red-hipped bumblebee on the top of a thistle. And, good monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Do not fret yourself too much in this action, monsieur. Oh, and good monsieur, have a care of the honey bag. Break not. I would be loath to have you overflown with honey. Oh, senor. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Give me your knife, Monsieur Mustard Seed. Pray you
What's
leave.
your will?
Oh, nothing, good monsieur, but to help Monsieur Peace Blossom to scratch.
What wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and the
Let's pause.
bongos.
I just want to get those lines in. You jumped a little bit. He has more lines there, Angelina.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's fine. He has, your cue is, I'm a tender ass. If my hair do but tickle me, I'm a scratch.
Oh, okay.
Can we go from where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Oh, yes.
Wait, we need David sleeping.
Assume the position. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Give me your leave, Monsieur Mustard Seed. Pray you, leave your courtesy, good Monsieur.
What's your will?
Nothing, good Monsieur, but to help Monsieur Peace Blossom to scratch. A master of the barbers, Monsieur, for methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass. And if my hair do but tickle, I must scratch.
What wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what desires to eat?
Truly a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay. No, fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that'll search the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I had rather have a handful or two of dried peas. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the woods, seeking sweet favors for this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. And she, in mild terms, begged my patience. I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. Now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And, gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he, awaking when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Beest thou wast wont to be, seest thou wast wont to see, Dian's bud or Cupid's flower have such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off his head.
Now, with thine own fool's eyes, peep.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night, that I, sleeping here, was found with these mortals on the ground.
Go on, view, find out the forester. And since we have the vanguard of the day, my lover shall hear the music of my hounds. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep, and this Lysander is, and this Demetrius is. This is Helena, Oneda's Helena. I wonder of them being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May and hearing our intent. Came here grace of our solemnity, but speak, Aegeus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. I pray you all stand up.
Pardon, my lord.
I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world that hatred is so far from jealousy to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly. Half sleep, half waking. But as yet, I swear, I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly what I speak, and now I do bethink me, so it is, I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of the Athenian law, be wedded and celebrate
Enough. My lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away Demetrius, they would, thereby defeating you and me. You of your wife, and me of my consent. My consent that she should be your wife.
My good lord, fair Helena told me of their stealth, and of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I in fury hither followed them, Helena in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is, my love to Hermia, melted as the snow. It seems to me now as the remembrance of an idle game, which in my childhood I did dote upon. And all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and pleasure of thine eye is only Helena. To her was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia. But like a sickness did I loathe this food. But, as in health comes to my natural taste, now do I wish it, love it, long for it, and will forever be true to it.
Fair lovers who are fortunately met, of this discourse we will more hear anon.
But, my lord!
Aegeus, however bear your will. From the temple by and by with us, these lovers shall eternally be knit. For the morning now is something more. Our purpose sporting shall be set aside. Away with us, Athens, 3 and 3. Hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things, they seem small and undistinguishable, like far-off mountains turned into the clouds.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye when everything seems double.
And so methinks I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure we're awake? Seems to me now, yet we sleep, we dream. Do you not think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why then are we awake? Let us follow him, and by the way, we'll recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me. Oh, and I will answer. My next is most fair, Pyramus. Hey ho! Peter Quince. Flute the bellows mender. Shout the tinker. Startling! Oh, God's my life! Stolen hens and left me asleep. Oh! Whew. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was. Methought I was. There's no man can tell what. Methought I was, and methought I had, but man is but a patched fool if he will offer to say what we thought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of the stream. It shall be called Bottom Stream, because it hath no bottom. And I will sing it in the latter end of a play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet?
Oh, he cannot be heard of. Out of doubt he is transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
No, he hath simply the best wit of any handy craftsman in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too, and he is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour, God bless us, is a thing of naught.
Oh, masters, the Duke is coming from the temple with 2 or 3 more lords and ladies married. If our sport had gone forward, we would have all been made men.
Oh, sweet Bully Bottom! Thus hath he lost 6 pence a day during his life. He could not have skeeped 6 pence a day. And the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day in playing Pyramus. Oh, be hanged! He would have deserved it too. 6 pence a day in Pyramus, or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Bottom! Almost courageous day! Almost happy hour!
Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what. For if I tell you I am no true Athenian, I will tell you everything right as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath died, yet your apparel together. Good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Every man look o'er his part. For the long and the short of it is, our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out for the lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onion nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath.
Flute.
And I do not doubt, but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away. Go away.
You think nail salons are considered essential? Oh.
No, it isn't.
'Tis strange, my Theseus, what these lovers speak of.
More strange and true. I never made believe these antique fables nor these fairy toys.
But all the story of the night told over, and all of their minds transfigured so together, more witness it than fancy's images, engrossed to something of great constancy.
Ah, here come the lovers full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends. Joy and fresh days of love. Accompany your hearts.
More than to us, wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what mask? What dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between after supper and bedtime? Where's our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour?
Call Philostrate.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say what abridgment have you for this evening? What mask? What music? How should we find some delight?
There is a brief how many sports are right. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
A tedious brief sing of young Pyramus and his lover Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Very intragical. Tedious and brief. Huh. That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How should we find the discord of this concord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, which makes it tedious, but by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious for an all to play. There's not one word ripe, there's not one word apt, one player fitted. And tragical, my noble lord, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water, but more merry tears, the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work here in Athens, which never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memories with the same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intents, extremely stretched and con with cruel pain to do your service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretched Isor charged in duty in his service perishing.
My gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
She says they can do nothing in this kind.
They kind of we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake. And what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes in might, not merit.
So please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with goodwill, that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill. To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider, then, we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to content you, our true intent is.
Quince, go back to the beginning. If we offend, it is with our goodwill.
Yeah, sorry, folks.
Do we know where you got screwed up?
Yeah, the dog started barking. And,
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, just don't worry about that. Do it again.
Okay. If we offend, it is with our goodwill, that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill. To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider, then, we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to tempt you, our true intent is. All for your delight, we are not here. That you should here repent you, the actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not speak upon points.
He hath rid his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not to stop. A good moral, my lord. It is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he hath played on this prologue like a child on a recorder, a sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at the show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady Thisbe is certain. The man with lime and rough cast doth present wall, the vile wall which did these lovers sunder. And through wall's chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper, at which let no man wonder. The man with lantern, dog, and bush of thorn presenteth moonshine, for, if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn, to meet at Ninus' tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which lion, vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast, and Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew, and died. For all the rest, Let moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
What if the lion be to speak?
No wonder, my lord. One lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude, it doth befall that I, one snout by name, present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think that had in a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often, very secretly. This loam, this rough pass, this stone doth show that I and that same wall, the truth is so. And this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire lime and hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Oh, Pyramus draws to the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim look at night, oh night with hue so black. Oh night, whichever art when day is not. Oh night, alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisbe's promises forgot. Thou, oh wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine. Oh wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall. Show me to thy chink, to blink through with mine eye. Thanks. Ah, courteous wall. Joe, she'll do well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. No wicked wall through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now. And I am desired to the wall. You shall see a wall fall. Pat, as I told you, yonder she comes.
Oh, wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Oh, now will I to the chink to spy if I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe.
My love, thou art my love, I think.
Oh, think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lamander, I am trusty still.
And I, like Helen, till the fates me kill.
Oh, kiss me to the whole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's whole, not your lips at all.
Would thou at Minnie's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Oh.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharges so, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
Now is the wall down between the two neighbors?
This is the silliest stuff ever I heard.
The best in kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse, if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts, a man and a lion.
You ladies whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest mouse that creeps on floor, may now both quake and tremble here, when lion in wildest rage doth roar.
Oh, then know that I, as Snug the Joiner, am a lion's fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I as lion were to come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
Very gentle beast, and of good conscience.
Oh.
The very best set of beasts, my lord, that ever I saw.
This lion
Let's
is a very
move.
fox for his valor.
Oh. Let us listen to the moon.
This lantern doth the horned moon present.
She should have one horns on her head.
He is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within circumference.
This lantern doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man in the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lantern. How is else the man in the moon?
He dares not come for the candle, for you see, it is already in snuff.
I am aweary of this moon. Would he would change.
It appears by a small light of discretion that he is in the wane, but yet, in courtesy, for all reason, we must stay the time.
Why?
Proceed, Moon.
All I have to say is to tell you that the lantern is the moon. I, the man in the moon, this thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog.
Why, all these things should be in the lantern, for all these things are in the moon. But silence! Here comes Thisbe.
This is old Nitty's tomb. Where is my love?
Oh!
Ah!
Well roared, lion!
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon. Truly, the moon shines with a good grace.
Well, mouse lion.
And then came Pyramus.
And so the lion vanished.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truth Thisbe's sight. Stay. Oh, spite, but mark, poor night, what dreadful dole is here. Eyes, do you see? Oh, how can it be? Oh, dainty dog, oh dear, thy mantle. Good? Good? What? Stained with blood. Approach ye furies, oh fates, come, cut thread and thrum. Quail, crush, concluded quail.
This passion, the death of a dear friend, will go near to make a man look sad.
Be sure, my heart, but I pity the man.
Wherefore, nature, didst thou lions frame? Since lion vile hath here deflowered, my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame, that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound, out sword and wound, the path of Pyramus. Aye, the left path, where heart doth hop. Thus die I, thus. Now am I buried, now am I fled, my soul is in the sky. Tongue, loose thy life, moon, take thy flight. Now die, die.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back to find her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Ah, and here she comes. Her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
She hath spied him already with those sweet eyes.
Sleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak! Speak! Quite dumb! Dead! Dead! A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes, these lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cow's lip cheeks are gone! Are gone! Lovers make moan, his eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me, with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore, since you have shore, with shears as thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword, come, lay my breast embrew. And farewell, friends. Thus this be ends. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and the wall too.
No, I assure you the wall is down that parted their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue, or to hear a burgomask dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray. For your play needs no excuse, never excuse. For when all the players are dead, there need none to be blamed.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Farewell.
Bye.
The iron tug of midnight hath told 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall sleep to come and morn. As much as we this night have overwatched, this pub of gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity, and nightly revels, and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task foredone. While the screech owl screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe. In remembrance of a shroud, now it is the time of night, that the graves all gaping wide. Everyone lets forth his sprite, in the churchway paths to glide, and we fairies, that do run by the triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream. Now our frolic, not a mouse, shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before, to sweep the dust behind the house, behind the door.
Through the house give glimmering light, by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar, and this ditty after me sing and dance it trippingly.
First, rehearse your song by rote, to each song a warbling note, hand in hand with fairy grace, while we sing and bless this place.
This house each fair stray. Oh, yeah, to the place where faithful we, which by us shall blessed be. And we issue their parade, ever shall be fortunate. So shall the couples three, ever true in loving thee. And the blocks of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand, nevermore ne'er left nor scar, nor mark prodigious, such as are, despising in nativity, shall upon their children be, which by us shall blessed be, by us shall blessed be, by us shall blessed be, by us shall blessed be.
With his good we consecrate every fairy take his gate. Oh yeah, and several chamber blessed through this palace with sweet peace.
And the odor of his blessed ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, give me all by break of day. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And the blocks of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand, nevermore ne'er live nor scar, nor mark prodigious, such as ours, by the nativity, shall upon their children be, which by us shall blessed be, by us shall blessed be, by us shall blessed be, by us shall blessed be.
If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am, an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.